Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for joining us for this Reflections and Setting Intentions video. My name is Jean. I'm currently a freshman at MIT, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Um, Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Emily and I'm a ninth grader currently homeschooling in Peoria, Arizona.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte and I'm a 10th grader in high school in Chandler, Arizona.
So today, our central theme for this video is centered around the new year, 2024, and we came up with each number, we came up with something that relates to reflections and setting intentions for this new year. And so we'll start with four things that we're grateful for. We're going in reverse order. So I'll start first. And so this in the fall, it was like a big transition for me because I went from living with my family to like going to college in a, a state that was pretty far. And I'm really grateful for to be able to like study at MIT, but also for like my family, my teachers who got me there, and also the new friends that I've made at my new school, and also just like the number of opportunities that I've been exposed to. So I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also very grateful for like Mindful Companions, this organization, because um, I think it's helped me uh, connect and sort of stay close with mindfulness, which I think, and also like with seniors, getting to know some seniors has been very meaningful for me. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, Congratulations on getting into MIT, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm also very grateful to have met Jean and we joined the organization.
and I hope that you guys have like great experiences with like connecting with seniors. And also I think like a big part is just like the growth on your end, like doing this for seniors, you also like benefit yourself. So
Yeah, I've experienced that. After the my first presentation, um, I just felt more confidence in myself.
that's great.
And so shall I say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm grateful for, as I said, joining the organization, and I'm also grateful for COVID getting better and the restrictions lessening up on travel. So get to go to Japan and Taiwan. And in Taiwan, I got to see my relatives who I am very grateful for showing us around and bring us to yummy restaurants. And I'm also grateful for my health, and especially this year since I've seen a lot of people struggle with their health this year, and just made me appreciate my own health more too. Yeah.
I agree with especially with like one of the things that I'm grateful for is also the traveling with my family, and I also went to Taiwan and Japan this year over the summer, so I can relate to that.
Definitely very real, I guess for vacation, so it's fun and relaxing. Get to take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, so the four things that I'm grateful for are my parents, who my mom cooks for me every day, and then my dad like drives me to places whenever I hang out with my friends. And I'm grateful for my friends because I've gotten close with a lot of them this year, and especially my Chinese school friends, including Emily, because we've gone through a lot, and especially in our student council and in class. And I'm grateful for my family as a whole because we got to travel and see them, visit them in Taiwan this year. And then I also got to travel a lot with my like actual family, my family. And we went to a lot of places this year. And last, I'm grateful for my teachers who all like supported me and helped me be successful in the things that they taught.
Yeah, I think like it's definitely especially as you're growing up, it's like very important to have like people around you who like really support you as you like grow, especially like family, friends, and like teachers. I think it's always very nice to have like people around you. So
And like people who support you and everything that you do is just feels makes you feel more secure, comfortable to pursue your passions.
yeah.
And I'd like to say, like, whoever's watching this video, if you'd like to think about your the think about and reflect on your this year and next year too, that you're welcome to do so.
Yeah, there's many things to be grateful for, even if it's just like little things.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that like gratitude is very important, like thing to sort of practice on a more regular basis. Like, especially like in the morning, if you think about like something that you're grateful for, it makes your day better. And yeah, it's always good to be like grateful for what you have. So yeah.
And I think it also helps gives a more positive outlook.
Yeah, definitely. Two lessons I'd like to remember. And this could be like lessons that you learned from this past year that you'd like to like bring in with you to the new year. Or it could be just like a lesson that you learned years back that you think are very important. Um, and so I'll start. I think one lesson that I learned this year or this past year, that is that like self-compassion is just as important as being compassionate to others. I think that um often it's very easy or it's like easier to be compassionate towards others, like your friends and stuff. But sometimes it's like harder to be nice to yourself. Sometimes we sort of judge ourselves. But I think that definitely um, being self-compassionate, more self-compassionate and nicer to yourself also like translates to how you treat others. I think so I think that that's one of the lessons I learned. And then the other lesson that I like to remember is to just like continue to be sort of open-minded and also like have courage to like try new things and like go out of my comfort zone. Especially since I'm like sort of starting a new chapter in my life. I think there's a lot of things that are changing, so it's important to sort of explore, I guess.
Yeah, I've heard some people say, and I agree too, like the harshest critic is yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard to forgive yourself sometimes when you've made a mistake, but I think it really helps just when you're having a hard time, helps to calm you down and think clearly about what to do. The light is my face. Okay.
Yeah, I like both of your lessons, but I especially like relate to your second one because I feel like I hadn't thought about it as much, but I also tried a lot of new things this past year, and I should like keep doing that and then like put myself out there and do more like new things and see if I like them.
Yeah, and there's like nothing really much to lose from trying new things.
Yeah, exactly. Also, like, just like trying things that will sort of like open or give you like more perspective on like, I guess, how the world works or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's never too late to try something
Yeah.
new. I think that's a quote from someone, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
never too late.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's never too late to practice something like mindfulness, for example.
Right.
Just you're always learning and growing throughout your life. So, like, my first lesson is the first lesson that I've learned is what I do has an impact on others around me. What I do can actually make a difference. Like sometimes I feel like if I do something, like it won't matter. Like things are still going to go the way they are. But I've tried to actually like do something about the things that I think wouldn't change, and I've learned that they actually can change. With yeah. My second lesson is that I can't do everything that I want in one day. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do, but it's just only have 24 hours, and I can't fit them all and do them all in the schedule. Can't fit them all into the schedule, basically. So I have to prioritize, and it's kind of hard sometimes to give up some things. And yeah,
Yeah, I definitely I like both of your lessons, and I think that um especially like as a high school student or like someone like when you're young you feel like, oh, maybe I won't like be able to make like but I think that it's important to like believe that you can make a difference, and even like if it's just like a small difference, it contributes to the bigger picture. And I definitely think that like even like small acts over time they like become big acts. So and then the second lesson I've learned also like sort of another lesson that I've learned is that like time is limited, and we need to like it's important to like prioritize like your what you want to spend your time on, whether it be like academics or like personal stuff.
So one of my lessons or not goals, sorry, lessons are is to like live in the moment because I feel like sometimes you just forget like that time is ticking. So even though you have like 24 hours, that's all you have in that day, and you're never gonna get to relive that day. So you have to like keep on going and then do what you have to do and like try new things and like take all the opportunities you can. And then, oh, my second lesson is that like hard work pays off because sometimes even if you do like small progress, like any progress is still progress, and then you'll eventually get to like see a difference, especially like I learned that in my like school. So after studying a lot, even though it felt like it wasn't enough, like after I took the test, I could see clear results.
Yeah, I definitely agree with both of the things you said. But I just want to say, like, for your second lesson, I also see, like, for example, in my piano practice, I guess every day feels like I'm not getting anywhere with the practice, but then like after a few months, I like maybe at a performance or something, I see, wow, I've made a lot of progress. And
Yeah,
it's
me too.
important to, yeah, it's important to keep this on mind when you're learning a new thing. Like for me, I'm trying to learn art, focus on it more, but it's like every time I practice, I feel like it's like not I'm not getting anywhere. So I think it's important to keep it on mind that hard work will eventually lead to um good, like, good results.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree, like with what you said with piano, because that happened to me too. And before when I was like when I had more time to do art, I sometimes would draw, but it was like not that good. But still, I think I did improve a lot throughout like throughout the years. So now I'm at least better than before.
I think the
Yeah.
key is consistency.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think that as you sort of grow older, like these things that like if you like really like you enjoy music, like I think it's a very valuable thing to have, like just to have like as a hobby. So like I know that it's also important to like improve on like your technical skills and stuff. Um, and that also like was relatable because I played violin in high school. Definitely like when you're practicing, it's like address your mistakes and like try to improve, but sometimes you can't really like see the improvement very well, but like in the end, you'll definitely like also just like valuable to have music as a hobby and stuff and like art. I think those are very good hobbies to have. Also, in response to your second lesson, I think in high school, like a lot of our hard work and stuff is more focused on our academics, which makes sense, because like we're trying to learn new things and stuff. Grow older, like sometimes it isn't just about like getting a good grade on a specific test or something like that. And sometimes like the outcome isn't like very concrete, but you can still like definitely see like if you are persistent at something, you'll definitely see like some good results. They just might not be like as quantifiable. So our next one is one word we like to live by. So for me, I was kind of in between two words. So one of them was like grace. My understanding, it basically is like having grace is like it sort of like reminds me of like water flowing in a river or something, like also relating to sort of like self-compassion, like when you're having hard times or something, just like trying to like maybe find a solution or something like that and trying not to be too hard on ourselves. And also just like, yeah, just not everything is going to be smooth, but like having that sort of like attitude, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. Like I don't know, I feel like wait, is your definition of grace like forgiveness sometimes?
Yeah, I think yeah, that's part of it. Like personally, I don't have very much trouble forgiving others, but sometimes it's a little harder to forgive myself for certain things. But I think I've definitely gotten better at that.
I think it's very important to be relaxed.
Yeah.
Because like even if you're stressed about something, like it doesn't really help make the situation better, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
It's just be calm and
Yeah.
think it out.
Yeah.
So my word is deliberate and kind of deliberate and intentional. I want to live this year more purposefully, a clear intention of what I want to do, and have purposeful actions.
That's definitely very like it's intentions are like a little bit different from goals because goals maybe like you have specific outcomes, but like intention like that doesn't have to be like a specific outcome, but maybe it could be like and and also like sort of like prioritize based on your like intentions or your purpose that you set for yourself. I think that definitely helps make your like everyday life more meaningful.
Yeah, and I also, when I say things or do things with other people, I want to make sure that I communicate my intentions clearly so I don't cause any misunderstandings.
Communication, like sometimes we may think that like we obviously understand what we're trying to say, but sometimes it may not be as clear for the other side. Sometimes it's a little more difficult through like we have to pay a little more attention, especially through like email or something, because we aren't like directly talking to the person and we wouldn't want them to like misunderstand anything. So, it's important to be like more mindful of like how you communicate to others, I think.
Yeah, I think like deliberate is like a really like specific and it's like a meaningful word.
Like, okay, I got that word from my English teacher. Like she just suggested that word instead of a different word, and just now it's stuck in my mind. So
Okay. My word that I want to focus on this year is determination because I feel like I not only need to improve on my like decision making skills because sometimes I'm really indecisive, but I also want like to like the determination as in persistence and like to like not not give up as easily because I feel like even if something is hard, you can I don't know, if you just keep going and be persistent, be patient, then it's like you'll get there. And then if you put in the effort, then it'll like help you get there faster.
Like, I like that both of your like words are like deliberate and determined. I think that it's important to like sometimes like take a step back and see like like where am I putting my energy and is this actually like benefiting me? Like am I learning something or change the way I do something? Like I think that that's also like something to look at for like New Year's reflections and stuff, but also like maybe on a monthly or sort of a more regular basis. I think sometimes it helps to like see like ask yourself like what like what I'm doing like is it really something that I think is a good use of my time and like goes back to prioritizing. Yeah.
yeah, so like push
Yeah.
forward, also take time to reflect.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I just like it was difficult to find a word that also included like not determination but not pushing yourself and not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
overexerting. I have
Um,
another word now, but this
okay,
won't
well,
Oh yeah,
be
you can share it.
yeah, you can share.
balance.
Oh
To
yeah.
like
Oh
balance
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
the different aspects of your life. And sometimes if you get like caught up in schoolwork, that's not good either. So you should also like focus on yourself and then the people around you instead of like being all caught up in just one like work or schoolwork. That would like you need to balance.
Yeah. I think definitely like also something that like sort of like when I was like in orientation, college and stuff, and like something that the people like emphasized was like obviously like it's hard to like when people say like work-life balance, there isn't always like such a good balance, but it's important to like make time for things that you enjoy, like especially like connecting with like your friends and stuff, spending time with your friends and family. Like it isn't all just about like working hard because like if you overexert yourself, that's ultimately gonna not end up in a very good situation. But if you do find like a better balance of taking care of yourself as well as like achieving your goals, usually that'll get you farther. So, yeah.
I tend to forget some important aspects of life when you're trying to really improve something.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, like sometimes when you have a very clear determination, well, I guess like if something makes you like excited as you're doing it, that's also very good too. So,
Don't forget to like exercise and take care of health.
yes, that's very
Yeah.
important. Yeah. Because exercise and like taking care of your health also affects like your performance. So I think we can move on to two things we'd like to accomplish. So in like the previous part, we kind of or like previous like 3 parts, we more focused on a little bit of reflecting, and now we're trying to think about things that we'd like to accomplish this year. The first thing I like to accomplish to learn for myself and not for taking the class, because I think that sometimes it's quite easy to like fall into just like studying for the test and then like forgetting about it right after. And in some cases that might be okay, but I think that especially as I'm the next year, I'll be taking classes that are more specific to like the area of interest I'd like to enter, which is more like maybe like biology, biochemistry, bioengineering, computational biology, that type of stuff. So I think that and even like the more sort of classic classes, I guess, like physics, like in the end, everything is super interdisciplinary. So when you learn for yourself and like if you're interested in something, like maybe trying to learn more about that, especially since I'm also trying to do research. It's like important for me to get a good foundation when I'm learning in these classes so that I can actually have like enough knowledge to apply and like think about like my own solutions and stuff. My second thing I'd like to accomplish is continuously sort of improve myself, having more wisdom towards navigating college life, because like it's different when you're like not by your parents and like nobody's telling you that you need to do this. Your schedule is like all up to you, and I think that also is important to like prioritize.
I think it's good to find balance and like prioritize. It's important to take breaks too.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with taking breaks. They're very important and it can also help you be more productive after the break.
Yeah, I always tend to forget to take a break and get up, move around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
me too. Because sometimes when you're like really in the zone, but then you just sit there for hours without realizing it.
Yeah.
So it's important. But I also agree with like your to like understand what you're learning and like actually like apply it to like your life and stuff. That really helps you like put it in like long term and remember it long term, because sometimes in especially with school stuff you just forget about it and you don't make it meaningful enough for you to remember it.
Or me and my mom are trying to do for homeschooling to learn for the sake of learning and not for the sake of like getting into college or a test.
Sometimes like I feel like in high school everything is like so focused on like getting into a good college, but I think that personal development is also like very important. And I think maybe this was a quote or something, but I heard from somewhere that like education isn't about like the purpose of it isn't to like study, and it's basically like what you like the person you become after you've learned these things. Like you know more about how things work and that influences like your perspective, and then if you're doing something like research then it helps you with like your career and stuff. So
So the first thing I like to accomplish is improve my time management. This year last year and this year in the future, I'll probably start to add more things into my schedule as new opportunities come up. But it's hard to incorporate all those things into the schedule. So I hope to improve in how I prioritize and how much time I take on each of those things. Sometimes like I just want to get it right, and I take too much time on that one thing and I don't get to do other things. So that's one of them. And the second thing is, well, it's kind of connected, but to prioritize. First one is time management, and the second one is prioritizing.
I think that having priorities helps a lot with like managing your time, and I think that these days I've been using Google Calendar a lot, so that's one way I help with my time management. And it's a good practice to like sort of have a little bit of a basic like idea of what you want to accomplish the next day, the night before. That helps with like how well you're able to manage your time the next day, or maybe like setting like specific like tasks you like to accomplish in a certain week. Even that helps. So yeah.
Yeah. Prioritize, focus more on that are important to me. I guess sacrifice some of the time for those things instead of
like trying to do it all or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, so mine was basically the same or really similar. One of mine was really similar to Emily's. It was like manage using my time wisely, because I feel like sometimes I get distracted or something, waste so much time. But also to like balance, prioritize stuff that are like more important, or like especially like health, and then like my sleep. I should prioritize that more this year. My second thing I want to accomplish is to get like an internship or volunteering over the summer and make an impact, because I want to like actually do something that contributes to other people, I guess.
Those are very nice.
Okay, so I think now we can sort of, Emily will help us briefly introduce the concept of ikigai and how it relates to a little bit of like New Year's and setting intentions and stuff.
Yeah, so Ikigai is a Japanese philosophy on how to live. Basically, Ikigai is your reason for living. Help you set goals and prioritize like what you want to do. And there are 4 ingredients to Ikigai. So what you're good at, what you love, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. All these together combined will be your Ikigai. For example, art, I guess, would be my Ikigai. I mean, I'm still working on like getting good at it, but guess you could say it's what I'm good at, what I love, and what the world needs. I could be paid for creating art.
Okay, so to conclude, we'd each like to share a quote that we find inspiring or particularly meaningful. So I'll start. So my quote that I chose was from Oprah Winfrey. And she said, "I believe that the only courage anybody ever needs is the courage to follow your own dreams." So like I think that I realized this year that like courage is it's definitely important and sometimes overlooked. Okay, and now Emily can share her quote.
Yeah, so my quote is from by William James. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. And it really connects with me this year because I thought what I did in some situation like couldn't help make the situation better, but this year I tried to do something and it actually had an impact on changing the outcome of the situation.
Oh, Charlotte.
Okay, so my quote is from Eleanor Roosevelt. When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. Basically, it means like if you share, I don't know, if you share like if you're if you share like your happy moments or something and you're kind to other people, if you share kindness, then you'll get more kindness in return. And then it just makes your life a lot happier, I guess. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Oh, sorry.
oh, it's okay.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Like sharing, like everyone's connected, so sharing your joy is also other people's joys, and then other people's joys are also your joys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining and us for this video and listening to each of our thoughts. So we hope you have a happy new year, and we hope you also have some time to sort of reflect on this past year and maybe think about some of your own responses to the 2024 prompts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.